I'm here with Shauntell Mason, and we're discussing New Life Evangelistic Center. How familiar are you with New Life Evangelistic Center?
Well, Zaki, I am familiar with the New Life Evangelistic Center from my growing up in St. Louis.
And in what way did you become familiar with it?
Well, I remember Mr. Rice broadcast television show that he had on television as a little girl growing up. I always knew that Reverend Rice helped those that were in need, and that's all I knew. I knew where I could go if I needed to donate clothing, whether it's for women, children, or men, and I know that he is embedded in our community.
So have you made different donations to?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I have went to New Life Evangelistic Center on different levels, to donate, every time, I find myself with extra clothes and needing to, whatever the situation is, or someone is moving out of wherever they are and they about to throw away, I know, let me donate these items. Or, in one particular time, I did need assistance on, I believe, like maybe a utility bill. So this was when Larry Rice was assisting with utilities or maybe rent or something of the sort. And I went down and I received help from Mr. Larry Rice.
So with that said then, so why is it important for the audience to support the work of Reverend Rice?
Because homelessness is not something that people set up or strive for. I don't know one family that strives to be homeless. Homeless is something that happens over or because of an unfortunate situation or because of a lack of communication or, an unfortunate circumstance or situation happen. So no one actually find themselves, wanting to be, most people that I know that find themselves in that unfortunate situation have usually tried everything to avoid that.
And so you feel that Reverend Rice is addressing that void in our society of helping those
yes,
less
I do. And what's hurtful to me, I'm trying not to tear up, is that, he's been at the location downtown for years, and then all of a sudden it's like they had to shut down. And it's so many corporations here that could have saved that. It's so many corporations here that could have reached out and said, you know what, let's do something about this. You have corporations that could have assisted in, like building the homes along the downtown area, building just anything to help those that are in need. When you see that you have someone that's been doing this for years, how can you just let it just dissipate like that?
Absolutely. That was a process to gentrify that particular area because they bringing in people of money.
Yeah.
And they just didn't want the homeless people to be there. Although he is rebuilding that site, and he's still going through some difficult.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is really shameful in this society of so much opulence, shall I say. So we're getting ready to enter into winter now. Wow, what would be your message to people in regards to the work that Reverend Rice is doing in wintertime?
Help out, get up and do it. If you, and I understand that the current economy kind of like put a cap on people being able to help, because Spire just went up. Ameren UE just went up. As a matter of fact, they just came to my spot. They just came to my house and switched out my meter. And the first thing came to my mind was, oh my God, they're price gouging me now. Literally, that's what I'm thinking. And I'm buying tissue, and it's like, what? For how many rolls? I'm paying, now I have to pay $15 for 12 rolls of tissue. And it's like, this is ludicrous. Like,
you mean just the whole inflationary
inflation
impact. And that will have an even greater impact of those who's the homeless and what have you. Well, we want to thank you for, your giving to Reverend Rice. Want to encourage you to continue to do so and to be an advocate for him. And so on that note, stay strong. May God bless you. And may God continue to bless Reverend Rice's work that he does in our community. All right, thank you again,
Thank you.
Shauntell.